Good morning, everyone. Welcome to CTO Talks. In this series, we will be connecting with technology leaders in sports industry, where we simplify sports technology. I am Ami, your guide on this journey through the minds of tech leaders who are shaping the future of sports. We will dive deep into the innovations driving this industry, from AI to cloud, from cybersecurity to sustainability. If it's sports technology, we are talking about it. Today, we have with us Mr. Santosh Vuppala, co-founder of Homeground. Santosh has around 15 years of experience in technology and product management. At Homeground, he handles product and business strategies. Homeground is an AI-powered platform that helps aspiring cricketers level up and get scouted. We welcome you, Mr. Santosh.
Thanks, Amit. Thanks so much for having me on the podcast. It's a pleasure being here.
Santosh will be sharing his experience in the field of sports technology and especially how revolutionizing cricket coaching with AI and computer vision. So he will be sharing insights about that today in today's podcast. We welcome you once again, Santosh.
Thanks, Amit, and thanks so much for doing this. I think it's really important that in sports technology we are having such conversations because I think we are at that stage where it is a need of the hour where sports technology is being spoken about a lot, and the solutions that are being built are widespread and being adopted at every level. So I'll probably give a quick background into what we do, why we are doing this, and where we are right now. So I'm one of the co-founders at Homeground, and we are a sports technology startup from Hyderabad. And the problem that we are solving for is helping aspiring cricketers get access to quality training tools and also helping coaches get better recommendations, better metrics on their player performance, and also giving them time to strategize and build better training plans and having AI take over the metrics, the analysis, and also the capture of how a player is performing. So in essence, what we do is we apply computer vision at both the training and the match level. So at the training level, we have a mobile application which is free to use. So typically our target customer is a cricketer and a coach, so they can start recording their training sessions if they're training at cricket nets or on the ground. And they get metrics like the ball trajectory, the pitch map, so where the ball has landed, and these metrics give good insights into how this player has trained. And then now the coach can come back and personalize his or her recommendations, and probably talk about how to improve or how to make adjustments in order to get their goal. So this is at one end where we are doing this training analytics review, but we also now are working with digital scoring and live streaming apps. You have partnered with them, and we are providing the same set of analytics for the cricket matches which are being live streamed at the grassroots or the semi-professional level, right? We are doing that. We are generating highlights. We're also doing decision review systems for them. So probably I'll talk about it more, but just to give you a background, this is where what we are doing, and the direction is towards building more feature sets and building the entire ecosystem together for improving player performance.
It's interesting. It's really interesting. So, like, I just wanted to understand, what inspired the integration of AI and computer vision into cricket coaching? And, what are the gaps technology is aiming to fulfill, and how can it happen?
Sure. I think there's for this, I mean, the reason we started and why we looked at, computer vision or AI in sports specifically is there's a backstory. In 2020, I was taking a break from my previous work. And then, I realized then COVID happened, and, we are looking at different, solutions or problems we can work on. And I have a background in computer science, and been working as a mobile app developer for iOS, and also worked as a product manager. So looking at different aspects and having inclination towards AI, and I started learning about computer vision and how to implement these systems. I came across these solutions for sports, specifically in basketball and tennis, and was very intrigued by these solutions are helping not only the athlete but also the coach, the parents, and all of that, bringing that entire ecosystem, in terms of getting good metrics, which would have been only reserved for the elite till that point in time, but they've democratized get access to metrics and getting that performance analysis and skill progression and all of that. So looking at that, I realized somehow there is a need in the cricket sport, and look, having done some validation, I found that there is that huge gap, because there are around 300 million cricketers worldwide, and not a lot of them have access to probably the elite coaching or coaching staff, or access to tools that would help an aspiring cricketer at the grassroots improve. And then that's when we started doing some prototypes, started talking to coaches, and validated it, and realized that there is this need, and computer vision was the only way, right? We could quickly capture these training sessions, and get these metrics out. So that's how we started, and looking at sports, and also this technology, where computer vision and AI played an important role in bringing these metrics out.
Interesting. So, like, I would like, like to understand more in detail, like how the computer vision analyzes the player movements, such as, batting or bowling or the fielding techniques. Like, if you could give us a real life examples, so it would be easy for the audience also to understand.
Absolutely. So like I mentioned, we have a mobile application on both Play Store and App Store. You can search it as Homeground, and what it helps is, it helps you capture your training session. So if you're training at nets, you can simply mount the smartphone on a tripod, place it near the bowler stumps, and then start recording through our app, right? And once the app starts recording, it also now tracks the ball movement. So if you're a bowler, so we have started with giving out metrics for the bowler, and now we are building something for batting, wicket keeping, and fielding. So for the bowler, it our computer vision or AI models track the ball. Then also tell where the ball has landed, which is the pitch map, which talks about the line and length, and it also calculates the ball speed. So once the capture is done, these metrics are in real time sent out to the player or the coach, and now the player or the coach can look at them and start implementing strategies to tweak their performance or tweak their bowling action, and see how to improve. So we use an ensemble of different AI models. So we use image processing, we use object tracking, we also use player tracking now for batting and wicket keeping and fielding that I was talking about. But essentially, just trying to help a coach or a player uh, get deeper insights, through the use of technology, which would have not been possible if there was just one coach, and there are 20 kids playing in a typical cricket training environment, and the coach not able to give personalized attention to anyone. So yeah, that is what we are trying to aim, and this is like a very high level overview of the tech that we are using.
Okay. So, like, what kind of feedback can players and coaches expect, like from this tool or from the AI system, what you're talking about, and how does it differ from the, traditional coaching methods?
Yeah, one is from the traditional coaching methods. It's basically adding a layer on top of what the coach or the player already do. So we're not trying to eliminate the need of a coach. So we are just trying to enhance or give the coach the capability of capturing these metrics and video, and giving the coach time to probably strategize or build better training plans for the player, right? So it does that, and also basically the entire system that we have tried to build is to just help the player get better, understand what they're doing, and all of that. So it helps them get that skill progression. So it not only tells you a metric or an improvement that you have to do. It helps the coach design personalized training plans, but over time, it builds up your digital skill profile, which tells you the skill progression. So it tells you how you have started and where you are now, and how this can be, improved, and going back onto the feedback loop, it gives you that actions that you can take.
Okay. So, like continuing with this question, like, the one what you answered is like, are the players able to adapt to these strategies? Like, are they benefiting from it? Or, if there are any challenges, from the opponent team or anything. So, is the app or anything like that solving the situation, helping them or
Yeah,
solving the
absolutely.
situation?
Yeah, so there are two things. One is like you're talking about, the benefits is one part, but there's also challenges. So, first probably I'll talk about the challenges, right, in this space. So we are trying to do, or include this mobile app, or this setup, or capturing this video as an extension to what a player or a coach is already doing. So traditionally, a player would, or an aspiring cricketer would go to the cricket institute, enroll and start training at this, right? And then, there's one or two coaches that are there, 20-25 kids, so that attention is not there. So now we are saying that, hey, if you just mount this smartphone on your tripod, start recording, you'll get metrics, you'll get better recommendations, personalized recommendations, or expert feedback. But the challenge here is that, this is an additional step. So there is some friction in terms of, someone like a coach or a cricket academy adopting this, because, we were asking them to probably put up a tripod, and use, put their phone and then start capturing it. So there is some friction, but we are trying to, educate. We're also trying different ways where we can make this a habit, or make this a part of the entire coaching workflow, where there is very minimal friction. The coach or the player does not have to think twice about, setting up these phones, or tripod. We're building systems where, it'll be completely seamless, where a coach or a player just walks into a cricket net, or the ground, and, there are systems or cameras being placed so seamlessly that, they just have to start recording, and, everything is recorded, analysis is happening, and they just walk out with the metrics. So there are challenges in terms of, not only implementing the solution, but also making sure that this solution is a part of their workflow, is very natural to them, and all of that. I think it is too early, still early, in terms of, someone adopting technology, because traditionally it has been done in a different way. Now, it'll take some time, but I think that will change, right? Because we are seeing a lot of solutions, a lot of problems being solved with technology like IoT sensors, AI, and all of that. So it's only time that, every aspect of this a sport is touched by technology, and is benefited by that, right? So these are the challenges, but there are benefits, like I was talking about, we generate highlights for cricket matches that are being broadcasted, right, at the grassroots or semi-professional level. Now, these highlights are helping teams and players get better understanding, or, they're just capturing, or saving their best performances, right? So for a parent, it would be nice to have their kids' best performance in a match as a highlight somewhere saved, right? Like the 2-minute video. Now, for the teams, it would be essential in terms of understanding how the game has evolved, looking back at the highlights, seeing, the fall of wickets and all of that. So that is one part where there's a lot of interest and also benefits. And then also at the training part, the benefit is, again, helping a coach do what he or she does best, right? Like strategizing, or, building these plans which are personalized for the cricketers, and not having to probably be present, or to capture all the videos, and trying to see, or manually saying that, these are some of the metrics. So we're trying to solve that part where, capturing and analytics is being automated.
Okay. That's really interesting, no, understanding the advantages and the challenges also. So I just wanted to ask that, what is the data reliability or accessibility? How does it work, and how safe it is for players or the coaches to use it?
Right. So data is, again, not only data accessibility is high. I mean, because we are in India, and there's so much cricket activity happening everywhere, and videos that are being recorded are on the rise. So accessing data is high, but accessing quality data is a bit of a challenge, because for our AI or computer vision models to work as expected, we need these videos captured from a certain perspective or from a certain quality. So trying to get that quality data set is a challenge, but still we are trying to generate as much as possible. And the reliability of this data is essential. And then there's also a challenge of, again, if you are looking into other regions, data privacy and all of that, which we are trying to include in our system, so that the data privacy is also taken care of. But for us, data is the video capture data is essential. But still, yeah, there are challenges, and it's not very easy to access. But like I said, there are these things to be taken care of.
Okay. So, can you highlight or share few stories, real life stories where the AI has impacted, driven and the performance has increased, or the strategy of the team has changed due to the scenario? If you could share a few examples.
Absolutely. So like I mentioned, we are working with this digital scoring and live streaming enabled app, and they're one of the biggest players in India, and we're partnering with them to provide generate highlights for the matches that they have broadcasted or live streamed. And the use case there is that these highlights are used by players and teams, and even parents. And the win there is that players or the parents are really happy about capturing these moments of their kids playing well, right? So that is one good benefit or win for the parent and the kids. And also on the performance side, the teams can look back, instead of going through the entire 4 or 5 hour video. They can quickly go through these highlights and see how key players have performed, why they've performed, why they've not. And now we are also building the same set of analytics, which is the ball tracking and also the pitch map generation for these matches, right? So now they'll have not only the highlights, but also this level of analytics that will give them better insights into the how the game has progressed, and all of that. And having said that, the other feature that we are also trying to build is how do we make sure that if there are two opponents playing, how do they create build matchups, right, based on the historical data. So we're working on different ML models to also look at previous or historical data, and predict or recommend lineups, strategy, and all of that for these grassroots cricketers. Yeah.
Okay. So, if you could shed a little bit of understanding on how the coaches here, like you are specific based in India, so how are they taking up technology? Is it open, or still the Indian cricket market is evolving to the technology side, and few aspects on those lines?
Yeah, it is. I think it will take time. There are two categories, right? Here also, I mean, there are coaches, a category of coaches who are willing to understand or see how technology can help them, and there are some of them who are probably not very technology tech friendly in terms of the usage, or the understanding of why this is needed. But what we see is that these challenges can be overcome only if the return on investment or the benefits are laid out clearly, saying that hey, this technology is easy to use. It is not going to replace what you're doing, but it is always saving your time and giving you that extra time to do what you do best for a coach, which is training plans, understanding more about how different coaching or training tools that are available, right? Even in if you take it from other sports, or learning from a different sports, or learning from different coaches, I think it'll give them that time to do that and implement it back for the benefit of the player. So it'll take time. It's the same, I think, in every region, where some of them are willing to try technology and see how it benefits, and some of them are need that push towards or showing that these are the benefits, and I think that that'll play out over time, and most of the coaching or cricket academies will start implementing technology, because as we see, right, like AI technology, it's everywhere. Now every part of our life would be touched, and it'll be within time, right? It'll just take time where even sports such as cricket, or even at the grassroots, technology is being used.
Correct, correct. Like, do you have any example on top of your head that this team or this academy or this set of group is doing amazing work into the technology domain in the cricket space?
Absolutely. I think there's a lot of when we started out, right, in 2020, probably I knew about startups like Ludimus, Full Track AI, that were specifically doing similar set of solutions that we're building on. But now there are a lot of other pure software based startups as well, building for cricket, and there is also a host of solutions or startups using IoT based sensors, for example, your bat sensor, microchips in the cricket ball and all of that. So there is this a lot of solutions or startups that are coming up to build specifically for cricket and in different domains. So it's not just about the analytics is where technology is used. Analytics, or technology is used in broadcasting. The technology is being used at the elite level also, like always, where now specific very personalized plans, and the entire metrics for each individual athlete is being transformed by the use of technology. And we have seen that this is the case in other sports as well, like racket sports, or soccer, even basketball, tennis for that matter. And it is only it is only time that cricket will also reach that stage, because we see so many interesting startups that are solving like real world problems, and yeah, that is definitely very, very encouraging.
Okay, that's really interesting. So, like, I would like to ask you few more questions. Like, what do you see as, AI and computer vision evolving in cricket coaching specifically over the next few years? Like just
Right.
few years, like 5 years down the line, not more. So what's the timeline? How does it work?
Right. I think in the next 5 years, basically, I'll- cricket, or technology, AI in specifically, right? AI will be used extensively, not only in the analytics space, but everywhere, right? I'm talking about technology. Let's talk about technology, not AI in specific, but there'll be uh, technology probably used for all your, it's already being used, right, like for your cricket academy payments, for your just that day-to-day admin management. Tech is being used now. AI and computer vision is being used for the analytics space. There'll be LLMs and models that will be used for, it could be used for not only getting a summary of all your historical data, but also building these matchups, and all of that. There'll be smart hardware cameras that are being built, right, which will help this seamless capture and analytics and all of that. So we see, I think, probably, in my opinion, we see that tech will play an important role in every aspect, from your capture to analytics, and also giving out these personalized. I think personalization would be the key going forward, because now that is missing, right? Like whatever we have tried to do in the last 3 or 4 years, we have tried to set a benchmark that there is this solution that can help you get better metrics and all of that. But now personalization for an athlete or for an aspiring cricketer, that will be key. So I think in the next 5 years we'll see a direction towards getting personalized coaching, which is accessible and affordable.
Okay. One more question related to this only. Like, is there anything in pipeline, which has already been revealed and it's going to do any groundbreaking innovation in the coming future? Like, are you aware of anything in the same space?
Yeah, I think we are doing some of it. I mean, this is already there out there. One of there are other startups also doing this, but I think getting professional level broadcasting to the grassroots. Getting your decision review systems to the grassroots. It could be for an LBW decision or even a run out. These things they will become more common, and these solutions or feature sets will help essentially the players at the grassroots, or who are trying to become a professional cricketer. They'll have that path where they can understand and keep improving in terms of getting to that next level using these metrics. And I also see I think probably groundbreaking innovations would definitely happen, but I see that there'll be a combination of all these solutions in terms of, for example, the IoT sensor, which I was talking about. Then there are these software solutions which use computer vision. I think there'll be a place where, all of these are combined onto a single platform where, whatever an athlete picks or chooses to use, these metrics or these data would be consolidated onto a single platform. So there's a chance of better scouting, talent identification and all of that. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Like the last question, like if you have to give 3 or 4 tips regarding to cricket and technology merging both in the coming times, what are 2, 3 quick tips for the cricketers or for the coaches or for the technology experts? Like a quick 2, 3 tips.
Yeah, I think for the cricketers or coaches, it is definitely that, please use technology in your sport as well. I mean, they're already using it everywhere, right? Like from your communication systems, or from WhatsApp to any other, even your search engines. I think you're using tech directly or indirectly. And this will also become a part of it. So it's advisable to, probably start incorporating these now, because it's over time. I think this will be very common, and getting used to this would be a good starting point now. And for someone who's building out in technology, I think more or less now it's AI or technology is available. Like it's very common, right, in terms of even building these solutions. So you can build on top of it, probably understand the problems that the cricketers or the entire ecosystem has, and can build on top of it. So there's a lot of scope, and not just in performance analytics, but there's fan engagement, there's just building better cricket academies, better equipment as such, because that has not changed a lot over time. So I think there's a lot of opportunity in sports, and utilizing technology in it. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Like this is the last segment. So do you have anything to add or for the audience, or else
Yeah,
we
I
can.
think one probably last thing note is that it's a very good space to be in. I mean, interesting space. Sports tech. So for someone who wants to start out as a solution provider, I think this is the right time, because technology being so available, the availability of tech, and it being so common. I think now building solutions that are personalized to a certain aspect, I think that'll be a good way to look into. And then for cricketers and coaches, the entire ecosystem, I think it's highly these solutions would help them innovate. And I think there's a need for getting feedback from the coach and the player also, in terms of designing these. So we will look forward to interacting more with the entire ecosystem, see how we can build this forward. But we definitely see that there is a lot of scope and problems that can be solved for.
True, true. everyone has to be, part of the ecosystem for it to grow and evolve over the period of time. That I agree. Okay, perfect.
Absolutely.
Perfect. Thank you, Santosh, so much for sharing insights and joining today.
Thank you for
Uh,
having us. I mean, it's a pleasure, and congratulations for doing this. I think this is essential in terms of building the entire sports tech ecosystem.
true, true, true. Perfect. So let's stay connected for more understanding about sports technology in the future. And like if you're interested into the sports technology domain, just hit the subscribe button and join. And so you do not miss on any episode. Once again, that was Santosh sharing his experience today. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Stay inspired, stay curious, and keep exploring. Bye.